Hello YouTube, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, and we're going to be playing a few games as the new killer that was just released about a week ago. It is the Onryo, also known as Sadako from the Ring franchise. Not to be confused with the American remake, this is the original Japanese Ring movies. And she's a pretty fun killer, although I do have some difficulty in using her. I don't know whether or not it's just due to the perks that I have unlocked or just general, I have to get used to her general gameplay. But for me, I have a little bit of trouble putting a lot of pressure on survivors. And that's just something I need to work on, as you'll probably see in the videos. But let's just go over her ability first. As you can see on the screen here, the ability's name is the Deluge of Fear, and it does quite a few things. First and foremost, what it does is it gives her the ability to manifest and demanifest. And what that means is when she demanifests, she goes into a kind of a stealth state. She doesn't have a red stain, so survivors can't easily see where she's looking. Outside of 24 meters, she also is invisible to survivors, which can be very valuable, although 24 meters in this game is kind of a fair distance. So within that 24 meters, she is intermittently visible to survivors. She kind of phases in and out of existence, so she's a little bit harder to track for survivors. But some things that she can't do is that she can't hit survivors in this state. She also cannot walk through pallets. And that's about it, actually. What she can do is she can break generators, she can vault windows, she can break pallets. So she still has some ability to do some things when she's demanifested, but ideally she's going to manifest when she wants to go ahead and hit a survivor or pick them up. The other thing that it does is she has the ability, throughout the entire map there are randomly spawned TVs. And on these TVs, it is playing the original tape from the Ring movies. When she's demanifested, the Onryo can teleport to one of these TVs at will. And what that does is it puts her in a manifested state so she can immediately start hitting survivors if she needs to. But it just gives her a lot of ability to move around the map. It does turn off the TV, and when a TV is turned off, she can no longer teleport to it until it turns back on. And I don't know the specific numbers on that, but they just randomly, or they turn back on after a set period of time after they've been turned off. And I think it depends on whether or not you teleport to it or if a survivor actually turns off the TV, which they can do, and we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so when the TV turns back on, she's free to teleport back to it when she's demanifested, and it kind of gives her the ability to move quickly across the map if it's available. Now, survivors, as I mentioned, can turn off the TVs, and what that does is they remove the cursed tape from the TV itself, and when they're holding this tape, it gives them stacks of something called condemned. Now, the survivors are then notified of a TV that is furthest away from them, that is their target TV, and what they have to do in order to stop building these stacks of condemned is to take that tape and then put it in the TV that it highlights for them. So survivors ideally wouldn't want this condemned status to build because, well, condemned doesn't do anything on its own, right? So if you have a couple stacks of condemned, nothing's going to happen to you. It doesn't slow you down. It doesn't give you any negative debuffs or anything like that. But as you're holding the tape, it will continuously passively increase. And if your condemned meter gets full, it makes it so that the killer is now aware of your location for a few moments. It highlights you on the map, and it tells the killer that if she downs you, like she knocks you into a dying state, instead of hooking you, she can just outright kill you. And it doesn't matter how many hooks you've had. It's basically a mini Mori, which, for those of you who don't know, a Mori is kind of like a finishing move that you can do. Typically, it's done when you're at like a hook state, like you've already had your first two hooks, And if you're on your death hook, it will just, they can kill you on the ground there and not have to drag you to a hook and put you up there. This one gives you the ability to kill them even if they haven't been hooked the entire game. If they put you in a down state and you have full condemned status, she can kill you, which is pretty powerful. But you know, the balancing of it is such that, you know, if the survivors won't get a full condemned stack unless they're really not paying attention or trying to drop the condemned stacks. You don't passively build condemned in this game unless you're holding a tape. You do get a stack of condemned if you are near a TV that the Onryo teleports to. So you can build them up, but it's just such a slow process that unless you're just holding on to a tape forever, you're not going to reach a condemned status. And this probably won't be a huge issue. So that's kind of how her power works, which is pretty cool. Maybe there's some balancing that needs to go into it to make it feel a little more valuable. But it is nice. It's a very unique thing for her, and I think it's cool. So the perks that we're using in this game are going to be 3 of the ones that come with her natively, and then 1 that I picked up from the Nightmare. And we'll go over them here. The first one is the Call of Brine. What this does is anytime you kick a generator, it regresses faster, which is nice. It's at tier 3, I believe that it's a 200% normal regression speed, which makes it on par with Hex Ruin, except for, you know, you can apply it to a generator. It can't be cleansed by survivors. In that regard, it is a very nice perk. For 60 seconds, also, anytime a survivor completes a good skill check on it, it will notify you of a loud noise, and that gives you some pretty valuable information as to whether or not the survivors are working on it, which is good. More information is always better. The next one is Scorch Hook Floods of Rage. What this does is when you put a survivor on a Scorch Hook, of which there are 4 that are randomly chosen throughout the map at the beginning of the trial, if a survivor rescues this person off of the hook, the Scorch Hook, it will reveal all the locations of the survivors for 6 seconds. And I believe that's like 8 seconds at tier 3. Which is, again, more information is always good. You can get a lot of value out of this. Maybe you can definitely use her teleportability to get value out of this. But on other killers, when you make this a teachable perk, it can be very valuable. The next one is one that I kind of questionably like or dislike. It's kind of hard to say whether or not it's worth taking. What it does is when a generator reaches 90%, the survivors working on the generators will be faced with continuous skill checks, and they can be a pretty annoying, but they're not entirely impossible to hit. And if they do happen to miss one of them, the generator is blocked by the entity. I believe at tier 3 it's 20 seconds. As you can see here, tier 2 it's 18, which is great. You know, it notifies you that a generator was almost about to be done, and it blocks it so that you have time to get over to it and deal with it. Now, the problem with this perk is that if the survivors are really good at hitting skill checks, which a lot of them are, you won't get any value out of it. The generator will complete as normal. Also, it also has the problem with it is that it only triggers once per generator per trial. I don't know whether or not that's necessary, whether or not it's just completely broken or unbalanced if it was to trigger, you know, on every generator every single time it hits 90%. But I can tell you that it definitely makes it a much weaker perk in that regard, because if it triggers once and you happen to knock the generator back down below 90%, if the survivors go and just start repairing it again, they're not going to hit this perk again. It's inactive for that generator. So I don't know. I will say that as playing as a survivor, one of the things that I notice is that the more survivors that are working on the generator, the more value you can potentially get out of this, because you know, if any one of those survivors is a weak link and misses their skill checks, which increases exponentially the more people you actually put on it, then, you know, you're more likely to trigger this entity blocking the generator, which is good. But again, it only happens once, and if it's one survivor and they're really good at hitting skill checks, then you're not going to see any value out of this. Which is, you know, not every perk has to be like S tier amazing, but I feel like maybe there's some balancing that needs to be done to make this more worthwhile. And the last one, as I mentioned, is just a perk from the Nightmare. It's called Fire Up. It's not the best perk in the world. It's just one that I had available to me, and I thought it would be nice to see how it plays. Anytime a survivor completes a generator, it gives me a stacking buff, a speed bonus essentially for dropping survivors, vaulting, damaging generators, breaking pallets, you know, all the things that, like, it doesn't passively speed up how fast I move, but it's all the little things that can slow you down along the way that it makes you faster at, and then essentially by the end of the game, it theoretically could give you the ability to pressure survivors more because you're not spending as much time doing all the things that you need to do to keep them from completing generators or keep them from beating you out in a foot race or a loop. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the game and see how we do. All right, made it to Father Campbell's chapel. So first thing I'm going to want to do, I'm going to go ahead and break this right off the bat. And just walk out here and start patrolling gens, see if I can find where they might be. So right now I'm demanifested, so they shouldn't be able to see me from 32 meters out, and then only intermittently as I get closer. And it gives me the ability to sneak up on them. I don't have a red stain. There we go. Found someone. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this since we have Call of Brian going. Hopefully get some additional regression. Alright, we got another one there. I'm gonna demanifest. She's gonna play the pallet. Alright, here we go. She's gonna drop it. Yep. Good. I'm gonna teleport out to that one. Alright, got him once. We're gonna go ahead and kick that gen as well. I know there's not a lot on it, and maybe I'm wasting time, but I don't know. I'm not really too worried about playing to maximum efficiency. Alright, so they got one gen done. I'm going to teleport over here. Okay, demanifest. Let's check on this gen. Yeah, so there's one here. We're going to teleport here to start adding stacks of condemn to people. And for instant manifestation. Okay, got her once. Alright. I'm going to demanifest. Alright, we got her down. They might try to go for a stun here. We'll see. Alright, so this is a skirt trick. I'm gonna go ahead and put her up here. We'll get some information if they try to save her. Alright. Alright, let's see. I think they, yep, so they failed a skill check at that one. She's going upstairs. Ooh, nice dodge. Alright, not that time though. Alright. Let's try to see if we can get somebody else here. Oh, there's a hook here. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop her there. Oh, she is boil over. So she got a lot of wiggle off of that, but not enough. Alright, they got another gen done. Alright, here's David right here. Yeah, he's looking back. He sees me. Alright, got him once. We're gonna get him here. Oh, nice dead hard. Of course, got dead hard, but not a second one. So, there we go. This one's getting done. So survivor right here. Alright, we're gonna kick this gen since it's almost done. Alright, they're going for the save. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit her. Hit the wrong person. But it didn't matter because he was invincible. Missed. Alright, breaking this pallet. Kick it again. This is not going to be a great game for me, I don't think. Alright, okay, bud. Alright, he got stuck on a wall trying to look. Alright, let's just go put him right here. I haven't even seen this person all game yet. She's pretty sneaky. Alright. Alright, we'll still hit her. That generator's blocked. So that's Merciless Storm getting some value, which is nice. Alright, that generator is probably unblocked now. I'm gonna go hit it. Once. Okay, Merciless Storm again. So they got a lot of generators at like 90%, which means they're probably going to complete them pretty quickly. Alright, guys. Got her on one. Good dead hard. Always the dead hard. Got her. It's close though. Okay, this generator is still burning. Dead hard again. Okay. Got her. Alright. They're probably gonna complete the gen, like, right now. Alright, that's one person down. I hear that this generator is pretty heavily worked on up here. I'm gonna go ahead and just go up. Hey there. Alright. I don't think she could see me super well, just because of the demanifestation there. Alright, let's see. I can catch anybody trying to rescue. They're probably going to this gate, maybe? I can tell. Now that we've spread out the hooks a little bit. Alright, there's a hook right here. It's pretty close to the gate, but I'm not too worried about it. If they escape, they did a good job. So. Alright. There we go. Hi there. Dead hard. She's down again. They're gonna open that door and escape. Yeah. Not bad though. Got a 2K off of it. I'm sure that they're gonna try to just exit here. Alright, good. Alright. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but not super great either. She's a little bit hard to get value out of sometimes, just because she doesn't have a lot of stuff to stop chase from happening. But she's still a lot of fun. I like the ability to teleport around the map a lot. Mobility is pretty awesome. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and patrol for some survivors. I think we found one over here. Hello. She was playing with totems, it seems. Alright. Where is she going? Oh, there she is. Hi there. Alright, we got one down. Let's go ahead and get her on this hook over here. And if you want to give me a free hit, that's fine. Alright. Another one down. I mean, she's running as a distraction for all this, it seems. I'm gonna pop this shin. Alright, I want to get her on this scourge hook so that we can get some visibility when she gets saved. Almost certainly is gonna happen soon. Okay. I don't hear any more gens being worked on. Is this one still popped? Oh, it's not. There we are. Okay, good pallet. I'm gonna break it. Demanifest. And I'm gonna teleport to the TV. Okay, got one on her. Alright, she's heading over there. Let's see if we can be tricky about it. Okay, we know she went back this way. She wants to use this pallet real bad. Mister. Alright, she's gonna loot me forever if I let her. Ooh, missed. Ooh, she dead-hearted. I'm playing so bad! Alright, there we go. Jeez. Make me work for it. Alright, we got a Merciless Storm right here. Alright, they got a boon up. I can hear it. She just running? No, she's just really good at looping. Got one on her. We're gonna break this. Yeah, we're gonna kick this. Demanifest. See what we can see. Losing gens left and right. We're gonna snuff this. Alright. Got the Fang. Alright, I saw another one over here. Yeah, she's healed up. We're not gonna catch her. Alright, got this one. Alright, we'll put her on the Scourge Hook over here. Hopefully get some value out of it. They're gonna complete gens pretty soon. I know that she went this way. Oh, she's already free. Alright. Got her. And then the Fang's over here. Good dodge. Probably dead hard too, huh? Nope. Alright. I actually don't know where that person was, so... I'm gonna try this right here. No? No. Alright, thought maybe they had hid in this closet, because they were gone pretty quickly, but... Good, they picked her up. I didn't want her to just sit there all day. Alright, they're definitely over here. We're gonna kick this. And try to find them. Alright, I see you here. Alright, where did you go? Where? There you are. Jeez, she must have just been hiding in a corner. I just didn't see her because I'm blind. They're probably back over here, right? It went in here. Yep, she's got a pallet. Go back. Gotcha. Knew she had to be going inside these closets. Just didn't have time to really chase her because the other one was around. Alright. See one over there. This one is getting closer to being done. Okay. They got her off hook. Good. Alright, they went over here. Pick this gen again. Alright. Alright. Alright, they got the gen done. I think they're gonna get the door too. But we'll see. Should be invisible to them in a certain radius. I know one of them's over here. Teleport here. Check on the door. Which is right there. Yep. I know you're over here. There you are. Alright. Oh, she's made her way super far over here. Ah, they made it out, right? Yeah, there you go. Good job. So, pretty mixed result. I mean, it's the same as last game. So, I don't know. She's a really fun killer. I need to figure out how to put more pressure on survivors. Maybe teleporting is the key. Teleporting around all over the place. Or maybe just as I unlock new perks, it'll help with that. Because I'm certainly not running any kind of like super efficient builds or anything, so. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I really enjoyed playing this killer. I think she's a good addition to the game. She's a lot of fun. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Everybody take care and have a great day. Bye.